Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. It's time to get ready to go for a rerun on the Wheel of Cards for today's live summon event in the Crew 2. It's now being available on August 14th through the 21st. We'll have to be set and go for the encore on 6 events and 3 skills ever since from January 2024 to go for having a main part of the encore as the first ever rerun. But now, it's the second rerun for the Theme Summon. We'll have to take the best encore. We'll be putting up to have some different challenges. We'll be selected with some different vehicle as well. 2 of them on restricted type of the vehicle, including the Plymouth Roadrunner Freedom Edition, is still also yet to be available to be set by the Force vehicle temporarily. Hope you guys are about to get yourself prepared. The best time to go for the encore, and that means second rerun will go for round 3. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's live summon event. So it takes a lot of hustle and bustle out there by finishing up on 3 events we'll require on the follow-up catch-up from Hobby Cars Plains. So I'm at the Platinum in 2,557 place in 1,117,361 points. We'll get some full rewards, including the exterior parts on the Porsche 911 GT1 Stratton version Type 993. But we still have the Space Odyssey smoke on the Epic. Good to go, and adding up to have some extra earnings, we'll have to go filling out to have some currency buck. And we have Japanese Drive will be date on the schedule by coming soon is the first week of September. But we still have some few other theme summons we'll have to go moving up and get down to do some best rerun as an encore. So you know how it is. 3 skills and putting up to have some 6 events will be racked up and being well remained to get exactly to have some different challenges to go with some specific vehicle with no restriction for 3 and the other 3 by having some temporarily to go on vehicle restriction. So let's do the escape and heading up to Lower Peninsula in skill number 1 to be set and go on Powerboat Discipline. Auto switch vehicle up by go, and I'll have to be choosing up by having a roster choice of pick. Is going to be the either Voucher 1414 Demon or any other kinds of powerboat vehicle to be set and go quicker. For starters, as I'm about to be using with a DCB M31 wide body, we'll have to go down on attempt 1 to be set and scouting around on the highlighted area. Got to remember, if I had to choose the alternative route that you already know so far. Let's get this position here, turn around slower, and get my 1414 Demon to be selected by the vehicle selection. Alright, time to grab the powerboat yacht to be on the suitable location. Good to go, and turn the engine on. We'll go amp up the speed by having a good start on high speed. Just have to make sure to have a good plenty amount of nitro before enter the gate, and do it by having 1 attempt. We'll get down to have a single challenge on the ghost car. There's Steady Pig 628. Gonna have to go catch up to him. Set sail off by go and amp up with enough speed and handling. Main objective complete. Let's go catch up and kick it to the high gear. We'll go exactly in almost 200 miles per hour. Come on, just have to go by the main approach objective to be going forward at it in 5,295 yards. Very close as ever. Just have to make sure that I just already done this once, and then I'll have to go again. Red zone kicks in, and there is 4,673 yards is now being checked, updated, and going around by having a tally of results from 118,000 into 119,237 points. So there you go. 1 skill check, achieve, and go off-roading on number 2 skill. We'll be heading up to the west coast of California in Sequoia Forest. Since last time when I was using the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport Plus 300 is actually to have a best recommendable hypercar will take the team on off-roading escape to go over by 100,000 points. However, if I had to go with Lamborghini Huracan in the same kind of a hypercar discipline by having an upgraded version from the street race discipline. Got to go around by filters, get set, and be recommendable if I had to go by the letter L in Lamborghini. So how about the 2018 Huracan Performante is very good to be suitable choice to have a 1005 horsepower and top speed, 282 miles per hour on the handling level in semi-expert. To be prior to have the Huracan to be converted into a 454 off-roading vehicle to be drivable to have a different size of rally tires, but still have a supercar type that will have to take some good terrain, real face-up on the off-roading area. So I'll have to choose the Huracan Performante and give it more better tested to see how it works to be more better like a charm. So it's up right now, enter the gate, then drive away. But if so, driving on the street could be more helpful to become as a true supercar icon, but very well tested to be indeed to see some good experiment thanks to the designers to have the Huracan is now off-roading Huracan. So main objective complete, got to follow the same trail and keep away from the red zone just like using the Bugatti Chiron. Okay, pretty quick as ever. Now, this could go a little bit more harder on the trees. Come on, I can do better than that. Only one attempt and just have to keep more trying. Almost to be at 3,000 yards, so I got 2,972 yards. Let's wait for the result and give it much more minimum requirement to be at 100,000 points, so I'm at 79,358 points. Okay, so let's go for round 2 and see the Huracan might have to do a little bit more push and keep the good handling to be mastered on off-roading. I'm pretty sure how it works. Every method always have to come with shapes and sizes. Give that V10 engine a go. Do the same as ever, pattern by pattern. Don't go any more distraction when cutting up by having some trees and rocks to be hiddenly. Go for the boosted. Alright folks, this time, quicker advantage, we'll have to stay on edge. And there we go. Going up to be on a distance by 3,000 yards. Close enough and Skill Explorer to be at 32-39 yards. Well, make it 94,245 points. Time to go round 3. This segment will do the perspective of matter of handling and will skill it to be tested. But third time's a chance and all had to be well extremely aggressive. When it comes to have hypercars and all-wheel drive to be mastered on off-roading, maybe like some sort of a skill of a Top Gear moment to see how the reference is, to see how hypercars can actually to be drivable to be using on the dirt trail. It could be impossible, but however, just like rally race vehicles and rally cars as well. But still had to take some fewer attempts and go by pushing up on the ropes. Going further up ahead, watch out for the deer. And make that good light velocity to go amp up the torque to go exactly to be at 3,500 yards. And closing up, 34.52 yards. So that's it for now. 3 attempts and scored by update in 107,063 points. New record and skill 2 to be achieved in the World of Cars as a second rerun. Now for the speed trap on skill 3. Santa Fe, here I come, and grab your dragster vehicle to be well suitable and go up by over 360 miles per hour to amp up and go clear straight as possible to see how longer it takes. But the radius zone could be quite doing some possibility like last time since the previous week. I'm always love to be in it and go again for having a second time as a mostly for encore. So let's go back to the vehicle selection and quick filters from hypercar to drag race. Now, I'm always have to be choosing with the 2014 Chevy Corvette Stingray Drag Race Edition 7th generation with the UDRS Inspirtech livery is my only best arsenal to go amp up the speed and go clear straight on acceleration without having contact from oncoming traffic. So give it a quick burn and quick go. Now, let's go extreme on the nitro. We'll have to stay on track without having one close contact to be impact. So that's 344.6 miles per hour to be checked. Let's see the results. And that's 118,567 points. Now then, viewers. Let's do 6 events and have any available discipline to go with 3 for no restriction and the other 3 with vehicle selection. But I'll have to give it a go on Dominion Forsberg number 6 at Lakeside Motorsport Park for the Nissan 370C Nismo. We'll be choosing for a different kind of a livery variation that has a title of Nismo in it. But the title will have to leave it as well, so I'll have to be ready up and have a per level to go maximum on 240. We'll have to be ace up and go for some option settings. We'll have to go like a Drifter Pro. Take place at nighttime, and here I go, you guys. One event, we'll go for the encore. So I have to reach up and go climbing up to be on a chain combo for only 2 laps by having a limitation of the time clock. Let's amp up the combo and going up by times 20. But good thing putting up to have some different set ability to go on full red when using the Nissan 370Z Nismo. Give it a good proud Japanese moment without any custom parts is good to be official. But this one is always about to have some good ace on the novice beginner. Okay, keep the technique up. Don't go aboard the barrier. Well, sometimes it's all about just have to try to keep your skills will be up to the test. It's only down to a minute left, so I just cleared from lap 1 and this one in lap number 2. Okay, so that's time 75 combo. Come on, I still got this. Going a little bit hot-headed and skillful to be going up without some extra affixes. Down to 33 seconds to go. Alright, solid drift. Keep at it. Just reach the meter up and then it'll be all good for now. 12 seconds left. Third lap will go extra overtime. Alright, very good and simple to be quick as fast. So I got 271,050 points. Just finally beat Chris Forsberg's score, and there is a point to be received by 118,320 points. So that's one for having an extra moment to go for a catch-up and have a skill set to be achieved on race 1 as an activity to go for only drift discipline only. So let's go to Nevada at Las Vegas in the outskirts in Lake Mean. We'll be using where the B40R will be available to be selected as a 2-vehicle restriction only in the next round. Such as putting up to have a different alternative livery variation just like the official like last time, but difference is to go for the base red and make it into base white. But it still has much more collaboration of Jaguar since 2018 to be using with the Vector. 340R is now being set and set sail to go faster on competition. Hope I'm ready, and it's about to go for round 2 as another part of the encore will have to be amp up and go powerboat racing in nighttime. 3 seconds and go finish into the top 3 will be achieved to go at it. The first jump's on me, and go dashing through onto the buoys will go quicker and more faster reflexes. Okay, watch the handling and make that shortcut to go jump. Checkpoint clear and solid outstanding. 3.8 seconds behind the gap from the severed powerboat opponents, but we still got this. And amp up to go ace like a pro. Progression to be almost quicker to be at 50%, halfway there, and cruise around to be at Lake Mean without taking one jump by crossing the Hoover Dam. So stay on the water, folks. We always have to keep amp up the torque and keep up the good acceleration to go rudder up and get faster at it. And for the position right over here, just make one jump, checkpoint, and go for another. Alright, it's only down to 95% progression to go earlier, and finish line just right over here. Alright, very good. Quick as ever. Received by the time in 1 minute. 30.493 seconds will be up on the score point to be at 121,505 points. 7 legendary blue part is now being bundled on exclusive for the powerboat discipline to be checked, as race number 2 in the World of Cars is now being done as well for the powerboat discipline. So next up, Everglades for the fourth vehicle when using the Plymouth Roadrunner Freedom Edition. But good thing I still have one to be part of the car collection to be set and planned by Import Collection to the Crew Motorfest. But after all, new player will have to take a chance since 6 months ago. We'll have to take one American Freedom muscle car, will go patriotic to be represent and give it a bold blue to save democracy. But the same spec and the status to go by fully welded bolt without any vanities will be quite giving a good classic American muscle car to be set and fully modified to go on classic street racing showdown. But I still have it to be achieved and acquired to go for a follow-up catch-up, and this time different perspective and time condition for the same will be on daytime with a chance of rain. So here I go. Let's reach up and go finish into the top 3. Got to go up the torque after pulling out to have one nitro to be up in the head start by first place. Top speed to go added to be around by 172 miles per hour. Check as ever. One clean race without having one scratch by having a touch of the guardrail. Alright, very good. Keep up the good American handling to be suitable and check without doing any braking. So stop at in about 20% progression to be checked and well done. Okay, so that's 200 miles per hour. Let's go full straight. One race will have to be well achieved to be amped up by 100,000 points to have a single chance when using the Freedom Edition of the Plymouth Roadrunner. Easier said than done. One part of the race will have to do some more practice, and then the real deal will have to keep a good speed and keep up the good clean racing work. So I got a 12.1 second on the gap to be update, and very good. Keep up the good paces and keep up the strong effort. Okay, next turn coming in onto the lap. Got to go maintain pace and get back up by around by 170 miles per hour. 15 seconds to be on the gap update. Very good. Fortune favors the pace. Alright, very good to be on the halfway mark by 50%. Time to go across the bridge and have the outskirts of Miami to be seen pass by. Hold the line together. This race is all about testing out to have a brand new latest edition to go well mint condition. Okay, good solid reflexes. Dodging up without having one single contact by the object. Okay, maybe not. It's always about to have to do one other thing to be going like a wheelman, like TK from Driver Parallel Lines and John Tanner from Driver 1 through San Francisco. So it looks like almost there and about 27 seconds behind the gap. Keep going. Still got some good skills on my sleeve and have to keep a patient on the nitro to go by full capacity. Okay, so that's 29.779 seconds. Go higher up and stay on the top speed range in about over 109 miles per hour. Go adding up by the boost. Landmark reminder to be passed by at the hotel right next to onto the Miami racetrack. Okay, solid fine work. Just beat the main time in under 4 minutes. And there you go. That's 3 minutes, 58.238 seconds. I wonder what's going to be look like. And there you go. 112,288 points is now being set. And Go Well expertise to be driving with the Plymouth Roadrunner Freedom Edition. That's race number 3 to be checked and well done. Now, the other 3 will be going on by having no restriction only. So let's go, and heading up to the Dakota Grassland for Jet Sprint will be available to have some best usual part on Jet Sprint vehicles. But not to mention, if there's going to be having some new kinds of a Jet Sprint vehicle in the Crew Motorfest along with a brand new island expansion on Maui. Just to be patient in about a few months away until the expansion will be come out, as other players are still really enjoyed to be around on Oahu. But good news it is, because they just really enjoyed for having a latest kind of a playlist on Off-Roading Attic Volume 2. Just like Volume 1, but it still has some very good kinds of iconic off-roading vehicles to go explore around on different places. It's all about the freedom of driving and the expression. But this time, I'll have to be sure to be recommendable to be, as always, by choosing the Proto Rocket 2021 where the UDRS Inspirtech livery will be facing up and go faster in the time attack by 2 laps. We'll have to go quicker after being succeeded from the follow-up catch-up. So let's get in for a faster pace acceleration to go swippity-swip on the water. Beat the main time in about 3 minutes and 21 seconds. Time to change up the tactics to go shallow in on the rivers. Checkpoint proceed and go ground time by the quick shortcut. Easier said than done. We always have to go ace like a pro to be master expert on Jet Sprint. Got to make that hairpin water to go succeeded, well average without pulling out on the rudder. Nice. Let's do it for a little quick ground time. Checkpoint proceed and go crossing through to have the next one. We'll have to be embrace it to go quicker ground time and less amount on the water. There's the ramp. Gonna take it. Let the deer to go run anywhere. First lap down. Now final lap at number 2. Alright, take that good smack on the ground time to go quicker and do the roll of a shortcut as ever to be achieved for. Got a good gap distance check on 55.1 seconds. Keep going. Now, I'll have to be patient on the nitro. We'll have to be on standby until it reaches up by 100%. I should rather have a ventilated affixes to go by adding up a perk. It could be helpful and do some more jumps and ground time by adding up with quick refill reinforcement. Okay, very good to have over a minute. Just make one more pace to go. Finish line in sight. Gonna take it and go nearby Trailblazer to be achieved by 2 minutes, 7.960 seconds. Oh yeah, baby. Very good and successful on Jet Sprint to be at 123,980 points. But 7 Loop Part Legendary category is now being received and checked to be exclusive for a Jet Sprint discipline will be adding up as a different icon of a row of dirt affixed column. So 2 more to go, and I'll have to take a good look to figure out what else something going on in Rock Walk Hills for the Hypercar discipline. Let's see. I really hope it might have to take a good selected vehicle to be labeled on no restriction. But I know what it is because Hypercar vehicles will always have to keep a good available to be eligible to be on the label on participation, as I really have to be ready up, get set, and go for a different kind of a Hypercar to be choosing and go for the perfect lineup to go climbing up and have the possibility as usual to do the shortcut up method. But hold on. Why are some dragster vehicle for only one available selection to be chosen by pick? That's strange. I don't know, you guys. All kinds of discipline is now being featured to have one event by having Hypercar only. Doesn't make sense, or I'll have to figure it out if I have to come up with a better idea to see which one of the vehicles should I have to go with. To be preferred to go on land-based or air-based vehicle is quite giving a much more interesting by the unexpected. How about if I had to go for the creator's concept Speedmeister SM71 will have to be up on a pace acceleration to go by 1025 brake horsepower and top speed, 270 miles per hour to be on a semi-expert around on the per level of 340. But let's do this, and this time a substitute unexpected for the combo event between one Alpha Grand Prix race car versus 7 hypercars will be set on the starting grid in Las Vegas. Hope I'm ready. The countdown begins in about 3 seconds until going green and make it go faster on the head start. Gonna ace that course and go rack up by the main objective in about over 100,000 points. But remember, if I had to keep it well controlled to be using with a full traction, I'm always have to be well proceed to go clean racing on caution. I have no clue how the Deem Summon maybe turns out to have a bit of error by having a one part of a combo event. So I thought one Alpha Grand Prix discipline to go feature to have a touring car event to be racing at the USB Tour Cities at New York City. That could be quite surprising, but I kinda like it. I'm always had to be well tested to be prepared to have this one in the segment. It's all about having 2 events on combo event. But I take no offense, it's gonna be a quite very possibility to come up with a racing idea if anybody else would like to have this for giving a try. Okay, still good, and have a main average objective time to go around to be using on land-based vehicle. So checkpoint clear, Got to stay on the line and amp up the good pace on acceleration. Okay, here it goes. Increase the pace to go steady up and find a good line on the road. I wonder how the hypercars just actually try to keep up. Sounds like they're about to take a full push to catch up with a single Alpha Grand Prix race car, but maybe if so, a track-focused hypercar like the Ferrari FXXK and Aston Martin Vulcan might be quite very good to be joinable. We'll be explaining the differences to see how 2 touring cars versus 7 hypercar vehicles, or just have to grab a friend and explain how the race is going to be quite giving it unexpected. It turns out to have a single week for a limited time only. But if so, they might have to do some small research to see how the differences between 2 touring cars versus hypercars exactly to do some single part of the grid as a multi-class. Okay, good on the gap distance away from the hypercars in 19 seconds. This event is going crazy. But what more, something else to have going more insane to be flying up for this event? Aerobatics and air race discipline is going to be much more tougher to go fly around to have a good aim on the checkpoint when you're on the air. But remember folks, you might have to choose Alpha Grand Prix race car is going to be a possible recommend choice to pick. Now for the final stretch. Got to make a good full acceleration and have enough total time to go by 3 minutes, 7.609 seconds with a receive of 200,000 followers has now been earned. But what can I say? I feel good today, and also to have 129,624 points to be half circle around on Las Vegas. So that makes a penultimate race is now being well done on number 5. And almost forgot one other thing to have a mention to be reminder as we're about to go for the real combo event to be racing at Los Angeles for the USB Tour Cities. Talk about a reminder is gonna have to take a good call, so I'll have to sign up and just have to be ready to go for having a final encore for having any available AGP race car to be set on no restriction only. But if possible, since I'm just using the SM71 Speedmeister like last time to be racing at White Rock Hills for the hypercar event, talk about one test is going to be well experimental to see how the difference is to go rack up the points and do the impossible moment to go for the lineup and without using any shortcut to go climbing up when you're on the White Rock Hills. So let's see. But maybe if I had to choose for only one AGP race car, so I'll have to decide to go for the Proto Concept Speed Racing 2023. Time to be ready up and go faster to be urban street racing on the course will be embraced for the spirit of motorsport. So I really hope if I had to do my best effort to go for a perfect line and steady well to be performed on the corners. Countdown in 3 seconds and let's do it for the final stage. The first turn coming in, got to slow down and keep a good procedure to be on checkpoint 1. Have a good torque, acceleration, and turbine is now going well active. Alright, very good. Skill of professional racing will always have to take a good skill on the challenge. But good thing the Speed Racing Aero Tire will have to take a good motion and solidifying formation to be acted up on the formal shield. Checkpoint clear. Make that turn to go steady up without a contact. Now closer to be on the chicane. Bus stop to be shorter. Now going up to be onward to be on the final turn. Steady and quicker when accelerate. That's 1 lap down. 2 more to go. Progression to be stopped at 36%. See? Just always had to do the best encore like last time from the different team summon at New York City for the USB Tour Cities on Alpha Grand Prix disciplines. Just make it to call it from the city's championship like last time, as we ever come here before as a rerun. But hey, it will occur for having LA to be part of the USST cities for only one single AGP race car to go test it and be proven yourself whenever you have to go up by having achieved a record. But a lot more focus, a lot of good skill, and precision just to have some good minimum of solid obscure racing reflex. But practice, we'll always have to get it right and get more quick about it to have a main possible achieve at the total time objective. So here comes the final lap. This is it. .6 seconds. Keep going. I still barely to go up without having a one event to be on the follow-up catch-up after I just spent 3 attempts on Sequoia Forest for the Lamborghini Huracan Performante as Hypercar. Going up on gear 4, slow down and make that turn to go right, then to the left. Got to go quick up the boosted. Go tighten up on the speed final turn. And cleared checker flag has now been achieved to go by a total time in about, wait for it, 2 minutes 55.766 seconds. Oh yeah, now that's what I call a spirit of an 8GP racing challenge competition. 114,563 points, and very good to be succeeded to be job well done once again in the World of Cars as a second rerun. So folks, another team summon and go for having a best encore from 6 months ago as a first ever rerun to have some best encore on 6 events and 3 skills as the countdown begins in about 23 hours left. So my position on the platinum in 1,600 place. Well, I can't say about all kinds of best racing moments to be ever said and done, and also to have one feature for the hypercar discipline to be set by no restriction, that features to have a different set of discipline to go by either between on a land-based or air-based vehicle. But be remember folks, do not choose any kinds of water-based vehicle to be participate on hypercar event with no restriction only. That could be impossible, or if I had to be choosing with a monster truck vehicle, that would be going much more tough enough to be facing with hypercars is going to have to take some tough effort to go driving around onto the road and off-roading as possible to see how it is to do some tests of method. But my best choice is Alpha Grand Prix race car or touring car discipline might be quite very suitable to be challenging with some 7 hypercars for this part of the week is going to be interesting for a combo event. That could be a test or the real deal on the Alpha Grand Prix discipline when you're entered at the USB Tour Cities at Los Angeles is the most fun real deal part of all time. So I really enjoy it, and second time as ever for the segment, we'll be ready up and get set to be participate to be entered on the 4th week of August at Drifters on the 21st through the 28th of August to get 2 rewards on the vanity with a blue internal smoke and Drifters Nitro. Let's have a good check and go for the preview to have some different 6 events will be labeled on Drift Discipline to have for 2 for street race, 1 for the hypercar, and a single touring car with no restriction only, followed by with 3 skills. We'll do some land-based to have 2 escape and followed by in Salon. Well, I can't say one vanity is about to go in blue to be quite good to have an outer tire is now having a good style of vanity. It looks like Bolt Interception Unit Academy is about to be on the main arrival date before at the end of August and early September. And plus, same as ever, just have to go participate until open on September 4 through 11 on Neon Battle. So I'll have to wrap this up before at the end of the video, so I'll have to come back on White Rock Hills for the hypercar event to be choosing on any available discipline to be choosing on land-based vehicle. If I had to be preferred to be choosing on touring car followed by with drift, or any kinds of street racing vehicle except drag race or other kinds of water-based vehicle should not be eligible to be participate on one unexpected combo event. But reminder is a reminder for the countdown in 23 hours left until a World of Cars will be over soon, 3rd week of August, and then Drifters will be open until August 21st by Wednesday. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeepNetArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. Will join to get access for the price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help it grow by giving a super thanks as an extra. I'll be seeing you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.